Hello, I'm Sumit Ranaware, the director of short film called Pahilya Premachi Pahili Pari. The English translation is First Angel of First Love. Uh, so let's begin. How did we come up with this short film? I decided to make short films, so I wanted some stories. I asked my team members, our 5 years team members. That time we were around 8 to 9 people. So I asked them, I want stories from each one of you, and we will be making short films based on those stories for 1 year. So next 1 year I had a plan of making short films, around 10 maybe short films. So everyone was submitting their story, giving their ideas. We'll make a horror film, we'll make a comedy film. And in this discussion we came across a story about a middle-aged person which is played by Shrikant, and I wanted him to play, as he was also eagerly waiting for his chance that someday he would get a chance to play a lead role. So we had this story. It was a very rough concept by someone from our group. Then I decided to work on the story and decorate it in my own way. So this time I wanted to experiment with the layers of flashback. So there were some layers of flashback. The story is divided into 3 parts. The storytelling is divided into 3 parts. First is the present storyline, the present timeline, which is running, and then the protagonist he starts to tell his story, and it goes into flashback. So it will be jumps from present to flashback, from there to back to present. So I wanted to do this experiment without actually telling that it is a flashback. So when you watch the film, the first half, it looks like you don't get what is going on, but slowly you start to join the dots and you come to know where is the story going. So there are the 3 layers of the story. First is the present, where the Shrikant and Shalini meets. The first one was Shrikant is a landlord, and he has a room. He has a flat, and it is given on a rent for some 4-5 boys, and those boys are the tenants. So each month they have to pay the amount they rent, and each month this guy protagonist Shrikant has to go to that place to take the rent. So this one time he goes and they start to chat and all. So that was the main present timeline, and then story goes to the flashback and telling what happened and what not, and how the protagonist gets his life partner. That was the main idea and the main story of the film. We got the idea from one of our team members. Thereafter, I decided to work on this and decorate in my own way. So I started writing, and I started adding some punch and trying to make it look little comic. And when I finished the script, I showed to my team members, okay, this is the script we want to work on, and our team was excited to work on the story. That is how we came up with the story, the script. actually faced a lot of difficulties while making this film. When it was decided that want to work on this film, we were very excited. Uh, this was the first scene we shot in a cafe, which was arranged by Rajveer Patil, one of our team member. He also acted in this film. He played a character called Gavram, and the cafe was arranged by him, so we had a good time. Uh, Shooting this scene, we did face some problems regarding the audio. Audio was not that good because there were the staff people talking, chatting, and it was in the background. So I was little worried, like how would it look on the screen, because that time we didn't had this wireless mics. Now we have the wireless mics. Now we have better quality of audio. So even this is the wireless mic, which is a transmitter, and the receiver is connected to the camera I'm shooting on. So the audio goes wirelessly, and everything syncs properly. So back then we didn't had these things. Over these past few years, it took me a long time to improve. It's been almost 8 years. I'm making short films, sending it to film festival, and actively involved in the filmmaking processes. I make my own films, and I also take the freelancing works. Like if someone offers me to make a film and they pay me an amount, I'm always there. It's actually fun to work on the other projects outside the fibers production. Then I get to meet new people. There are new challenges, and that's fun. So sorry, coming back to our film, what difficulties we faced? There were many difficulties we faced. I won't be going into much detail as I want to make this documentary film as short as possible. So first scene was shot in the October month of 2019. After that, this story has the 3 layers, as I told you. So first layer was shot in October 2021. Thereafter, I wanted to shoot this flashback of these school kids, which took me a lot of time to plan and decide where actually shoot and which child actors to cast. But when we decided, so we met some child actors, and unfortunately, there was just after the next year, 2020 was the lockdown corona period. It was lockdown, we were not able to shoot, and we had to wait. That time I decided to do some other activities, like releasing my old film called The Perfect Portrait on the YouTube. Then I was even involved in the storytelling competition. I organized that, and there was one more film called Lockdown Chafatke. It was a feature film. I was working on that. So right after the lockdown in the 2021, even that was not the proper unlock, because sometimes there were 1 week of lockdown, and 1 week there were still limitations, like you can go out, but after 2 p.m. you should not step out of the house. There were limitations. There were police roaming, catching people, and there were these things were going on. So even in 2021 we were not able to shoot this, and something bad happened that time. So our hero, the protagonist, Shrikant Dhavale, his mother expired in the Corona period. It was a depressing thing for all of our team members. So this tragic incident happened, and I was not able to tell him or force him or insist him that okay, let's continue with our film, because he was already disturbed with that incident. So I decided to take a little time, and it's okay, we can wait another few months. Till then he can, recover from that depression, and then we will start shooting. So even that took a little time, and I think it was 2022 maybe. Yeah, 2022 or 21, I don't remember exactly. In that time we decided to shoot this part where he meets his tenants, the boys, and that was just one day shoot, and just in one day we shot some 5 scenes somehow. And it was really difficult for with this guy to work, because he tries his best in his own way, but sometimes his acting is not that convincing. But while shooting it looks like it's not convincing, but every time I edit his scenes and then look at it, it does feel convincing. 60-70%, at least it gets the work done. I was always a little doubtful about our main protagonist, our actor Shrikant Dhavale. But then after editing this film, I felt like he did a fine job. He did his best, and I got the best from him. I had to handle sometimes the actors. Sometimes the actor is not able to give his best too. So it's my job to make their work easy. If they are not able to memorize 5-6 lines, then I make things easy for them. I just say you can do the 2 lines, 3 lines. Just say 2 lines and we are done. We will get some another angle and shoot from another angle next 2 lines. So I used to do that because while shooting we have to be little cooperative. So in 2021 or 22 we shot the boys scene, and after that I think yes, 22 maybe it was when we got some child actors, about 6 child actors, and we shot this scene in the Nagar area, which was also arranged by our team member called Rajveer Patil. So these were the 3 boys, good actors. These 2 were experienced one. The middle one, he was not that experienced, but we had time. We got the best out of him. That is how we shot our boys scene. Even that day we had to face some difficulties because the audio was not that clear. Audio was like the ambience noise were coming in. There was one scene on the street where people were disturbing. Some people wanted to see the shoot, what is going on, and some were there to disturb us, to bully us. We had to go through all that, and once we got that scene, okay. Another difficulty we faced was this actress. She's not actually actress, but she wanted to play a role in my film, so we got her. She is not the professional actress, but just a hobby actor, and she wanted to play some role in our film. So we got this role for her, and we shot this scene this one day shoot. We got her and shot some. I think it was 4 scenes. We shot it, and thereafter she was not in contact. We wanted to shoot some more scenes of her, but I don't know what was her problem, because she was not getting in contact. We messaged her, tried to call her, but there were hardly any response from her. So we realized that she is no more available for our film. Now we need to find a body double of this actress and get that remaining scene shoot. So we had to do that. We didn't have any other option. Somehow we finished the shooting. If you look at the ending part, so this lady, her name is Sanjana madam. So she played the body double, and we got her. In one day we shot few shots of her, and we finished the film. The shooting part was everything. Everything was done. Now it was time to edit the film. Now, editing part, even that was a little challenging, because my computer was giving me a little headache. It was giving me problems. There was some problem with the processor. It used to get heated, and the PC would restart. It got me a little time to figure out what actually was the problem of my computer. I had two RAMs, 8 GB RAMs, two 8 GB RAMs, which is 16 GB. So one RAM was taken out, and then on one 8 GB RAM we somehow computer, the machine was running. There were no restarts, and then I started editing the film. Every scene I had to watch it more than 20 times. I had to continuously watch the scenes and do the revisions and do the corrections, and again watch it, again export it. So it got me a little time, and my PC is not that good. Not that good handling the high resolution videos, because it is just 4 core. It is very basic, very normal, but we got the film made, and there's one more thing I want to add here. It was the audio. In some parts audio was not that good, so I knew about the Adobe podcast, so I used that. I exported the audio, and the audio podcast helped me to clean up the audio. So some scenes in the film are cleaned by the audio, by the Adobe podcast. So thank you, Adobe podcast, and finally film was completed, and now it was time to release. So I wanted to make my own website and release all the films on the website, so that people would pay, they would get the membership and watch our films. This film was made in entirely zero budget. There was no budget. We just wanted to make this film, and now we have this film on our website. If you want to watch it, it is available on our website called 5 birds cinema dot online. Just visit that site, you will get to watch our short films, our latest films. So that is the story, how we made this film. It took us around 4 years to complete. Actually, would have been easily made it into 3 months or 4 months, but we didn't had the budget. We didn't had a proper plan for this film that we will finish it in 5 days, 6 days. We didn't had that plan because it's our own group film, and we were also busy in the freelancing projects. That is why I was not able to give it much time. The final result of the film, the way I had written, and there were layers of flashback. So, what I wrote and what I see now, uh, I think I'm like 80 or 90% satisfied with what I actually wanted. The last 90, the last 10%, I would say, it it went into the management. The management was not that good, but when you look at the final film, you won't find uh, much flaws in the film. I'm okay with the film right now. Whatever I planned, whatever I thought I wanted to make, I have 80%, 70 or 80% I've achieved what I wanted to, and the final result looks better than what I had imagined. Filmmaking is a very lengthy process, time consuming, uh, and it's very suffering. It took long time to complete this film, but every time I see the final result, I'm like, yes, I'm going to make more films. The idea of experimenting with the screenplays, uh, it helps me to understand my own craft, my own direction, how good am I, and how much I have to improve. It helps me understand all these things, and that is why I keep making more short films. So if you watch this film, do leave a comment on my website. So I wanted to share this with you. This was a coincidence. This was the first day of shoot. It was 15 October. Here you can see me with our team with my camera. So here I was with Shrikant, Dhavale and Rajveer Patil. 15 October, first day of the shoot, 15 October. This was the second day of the shoot, 30 August 2021. This was 1921. This boys scene we shot on 16 October 2023, 22. 16 October 2022. These boys. And then the last day of the shoot, which was 31 October, with the Sanjana madam and Shrikant. And then we shot the last interview with Ganesh, Ghodake, Rajveer Patil and Shrikant Dhavale. Even this was on 16 October 2023. So October and October month and date 15 or 16 was the common between all these incidents. We met and we shot mostly in the month of October. First day of the shoot it was 15 October. Third day of the shoot it was with these boys. It was 16th October 2022. Again, this shot was in the October month, and this the last interview was shot on 16 October 2023. So this was again an interesting incident happened, which I wanted to share with you. So this what happened during the entire process of our short film.
सगळे फसवता काय तुम्ही मला?
अहो खरं सांगतोय, तुमची शपथ.
आता घ्या, माझी शपथ घ्या.